Do you like your job? Do you hate your job? Today we're going to dive into what a job is and what a job is not. And the most important thing that we want to get across today is you are not your job. Your job does not describe you. Your job does not tell you who you are. Most of us aren't connected to our jobs in a sense where we feel fulfillment, or most of the time we're not even happy with our jobs. Most of us go to our job because it pays the bills, it gets us from day to day. A job is something that most human beings on this earth do. It's something that we all share in common. Some of us have jobs that we love, that we like to go to. Some of us have jobs that we hate. The bare thought of just getting up in the morning and going to work. Just the thought of getting up in the morning, going to work is just very overwhelming. Work can be stressful. It can cause burnout. It can cause stress, physical problems. So many things that come along with the job, especially a job that you don't like. And I believe most of us are in that same boat. But I'm here to tell you today that just because you work at a job that you don't like doesn't mean that you're going to work there for the rest of your life. Work, jobs, it's just something that we have to do here in America, and I'm pretty sure it's the same way all over the world. You get up in the morning or whatever time you need to go to work, get your stuff ready, and it's time to go. Job is something that pays the bills. It's something that puts a roof over our head. And again, our job, our work, whatever you do in life is connected to money. We work to make money, and then we spend that money on the things we need. Some of us spend the money on the things we need. Some of us spend it on more on things we want. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. Today we're going to be talking about work. Work is stressful. Work is hard. Work is something that all of us have to do in our life. Some of us like our work. Some of us don't. Some of us enjoy it. Some of us just bear through it. But one thing that I've come to realize is when you have goals in your life, when you have dreams, that work that you do, that work that's a grind, that causes you burnout, stress, physical damage, tired, psychological damage, mental damage, all the things that come along with having a really bad job. You can withstand all these things if you have goals, if you have dreams. If the why is important enough, then the how will be no problem. So that's something that I learned later in life, especially now that I'm 40, is that you have to have clear goals in your life, or else you're going to be stuck in that 9-to-5 rut. Going to work every day, day in, day out, nothing to work towards. But when you have goals, and what I mean with goals is getting out of debt, owning a home, an emergency fund, financial freedom. I'm just trying to get to a point where I build something where I don't have to go to work anymore, something that'll pay me each and every day, and I'm able to do whatever I want. But most of us are not in that boat. Most of us are in that hamster wheel, the rat race, where every day we have to do the same thing, just like Groundhog Day. But it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that forever. Things can change, and those things begin to change with you. You have to be the catalyst. You have to be that spark that makes that flame grow. Work can be tedious, it can be stressful. But when you have something to shoot for, you get up every day and you have this motivation. You have this energy to go to work because you know that each and every day you're getting closer and closer to that goal. You're getting closer to what you really want in life. Because I can tell you firsthand, I like going to work because it's a job that I do well, but I also like the people that I work with on both of my jobs. Because my side hustle, I work with myself, so I do like myself. And you should too. Hey guys, if you're finding this video entertaining, if you're gaining anything from this, any wisdom and knowledge, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more great content. And overall, just continue being awesome. Thank you. The job does not define you. It doesn't tell people who you are. It doesn't tell people what you want in life. It doesn't show them your strengths. It doesn't show them what's inside your heart. You might want to be one thing or want it to be one thing in your life, but your job's completely the opposite. Most of us take jobs that we don't want to do, but you should see it in a way that, yeah, I took that job, but it's because I want to be somewhere else, and this job is going to set me to be there. Whether it's 1, 2, or 3 jobs, whatever it is, if your dream is big enough, if your goal is big enough, the how is not going to be a problem. At the end of the day, the hard work just needs to be done. So most importantly, what are those goals in your life? What are those things that you're trying to achieve? What are those chains that you're trying to break? And take this seriously, because life is serious. And life is made up of all the choices that we make. You are where you are right now because of the choices you made in your life, whether they were good, whether they were bad. This is where you ended up. But you know the cool thing about it? The great thing about it is that right now, where you are in your life, at any age, in any situation, is you can change that. Where you go back and touch up to the point of where you work. Look at where you work. Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Maybe you do. But most of us, especially here in America and any part of the world, we don't like our jobs. So then ask yourself, what do I like? What do I enjoy? What's something that when I do it, I come alive? Because that's what we need in this world. We need people that come alive. If we had more of that, this world would be wonderful. But yet we're stuck in this hamster wheel of crap where we're just going through the same thing over and over and over again. And that's something that we need to change. And every person is in a different situation, right? Not all of us are in the same boat. Some of us have bigger issues, whether it be work-related, physical, at home. The hardest thing that you will have to face in this world is life. Life is going to hit you hard. Life is going to come at you fast. But that's something that you're going to have to be willing to take. But more importantly, something that you can definitely learn from. Life is relentless. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep coming day after day. And every day that you get up, when life comes at you and slaps you in the face and says, welcome to another day, look at it as a new start. You have to be relentless. You have to come to a point where you say to yourself, this is a new start. I just got a brand new day. Let's give them hell. Let's give them everything we got. Because just like life, you have to be the same way. You have to get up every day, and whatever you have to do, you do. If I have to go to work, I go to work. If I have to work out, I work out. If I have to eat healthy, I eat healthy. These are the choices that are going to make our life better. These are the choices that are going to set us up to succeed and become a better person in life. Remember that. Remember that every time you get up in the morning, a new start, a new day, I am going to make the best of it. So, something that connects to work and something that I want to speak to everybody about this because it is something that I grew up with, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have too, is work life balance, right? It's getting harder these days because we have to work more jobs in order to pay the bills. And if you spend more time at your job, who are you spending less time with? That's a good question to ask ourselves. And the people that suffer the most in that situation is our kids, our wife, our girlfriends, our friends, mom and dad. This life is made up of time. That's why my channel is called Ivan versus Time, because time is the most important thing in your life. And work seems to suck up a great majority of that time. So just want to share this with you guys. Growing up, my mom used to have a job. My dad, he used to have a full-time job, and he had a side hustle, or sometimes he would even have up to 2 jobs. So I can probably count on my hand the number of times that I actually spent time with my dad. Times that we sat down together and did things as a father and son. And I remember that was hard growing up because that's how you spell love. You spell love Time. You love something, you give time to it. And my dad was just never there. And the other problem that my dad had was he was an alcoholic. So you add the 2 jobs and you add the alcoholic. So you have the 2 jobs, and then you throw in there my dad being an alcoholic. There really wasn't much time for his 2 kids. And don't get me wrong, I love my dad. Growing up, I always had a roof over my head, always had clothes on my back, always had food on the table. But I sure wish my dad would have spent more time with me. I wish my dad would have taught me all those things that I had to learn by myself growing up and having kids of my own. So that's very important. Have balance in your life. There's going to be seasons where, yeah, you're going to have to grind, you're going to have to work more than you have to because you want to reach that goal, because you're close enough and you want to get there. But always make time for the people that you love. Always make time for the important things in your life. Because one of the worst things in life is regret, and you do not want to be old in your deathbed and regret all the time that you could have spent with your loved ones, with your family. So do it now. Something that people keep telling me, especially those old timers where I work, is the good old days. Well, those good old days are right now, man. You're in them right now. So make the best of them. Make the best of your life. And don't give up too much importance to work. Work is just work, man. You take care of yourself. You go in there, you do the best you can each and every day. You take care of people. You do your job with great quality, and the rest is going to take care of itself. Have integrity, be friendly, and just do the best you can. So some of the things that keep us in this job, some of the things that just make it harder to get out of the rat race. I mean, you can throw in inflation, you can throw in low paying jobs, you can throw in the cost of living going up, insurance, All these things just make it harder and harder for the everyday American and just anywhere in the world to get out of working a regular job. And now it's worse than ever that people have to have more than one job just to make ends meet. I mean, I'm not talking about making extra money so you can build your dreams. I'm talking about having two jobs just to live life. And that's what makes it really hard. Like I said before, everybody's in a different boat. And you have to look at your situation and see, what do I need to do to make my goals happen? What do I need to do? Do I need to move somewhere where the cost of living is lower? Do I need to move somewhere where I can get a better job? Do I need to live with family members, with friends, and able to save money? Those are choices that each and every one of us is going to have to make. But that's the whole point. You have to make a choice. You can't continue in the same place. You can't continue to work 30, 40, 50 years in the same job doing the same thing to retire with this crap retirement or social security benefits and then just be miserable for the rest of our lives. We have to take action, and we have to take action now, especially now that, we're still young. I'm 42. I still got at least 20 years of putting work into this that I'm trying to make. To see where you're at, see the changes that you have to make. Let's get out of this rat race, man. Yeah, so I don't want this to sound like I'm just complaining. That's why I'm trying to show you both sides of working a job, but at the same time, working it to get somewhere and just be able to survive and thrive. And I don't know, maybe even come to a point where you have joy going to work. Because in the back of your mind, you know you're not going to be there forever. You know that you're striving for something greater, something better. You're building something. Each and every day is a brick to what you're trying to build in life. Oh, look at this beautiful morning. Sun's coming out. We got the birds chirping. It's my only day off, but I get to spend it with you guys. Another beautiful day. So, touching back on what we're talking about today, don't let work get to you. Don't give work too much importance in your life. It's just something that you have to do to get to the next step, to get to the next level. That is life. Life is climbing mountains, one mountain to another. So make it that way. Set things in front of your life that you can get to and that you can achieve, and then you're happy to go towards. You're happy to grind for it every day. Build an empire, a legacy in your life that one day will produce you the results that you want, so you won't have to work a 9 to 5. Life is easy. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. And take people along the journey with you too. Don't do it by yourself. You're going to need a lot of people with you to achieve your goals, to build your dreams. One of the things I always remember is when you met somebody new at a party, at a get together, at a soccer game, they would always ask you, "Oh, so what do you do for a living? What's your job?" As if the job's going to tell them who you really are. And most people do it just because they want to feel better than you. Oh, my job's better than his job. But just remember that you are not your job. You are a unique person with unique passions. What is your passion in life? When somebody asks you, what do you do for a living? Tell them your passion. I work as this. My passion is making YouTube videos. I work in that, but my passion is physical fitness. So They'll put labels on yourself or on anybody else. We're all unique. Be what you want to be in life. Remember what I said. What brings you to life? That is who you are.